Hello me TPDs, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a get ready with me that's a little bit more of just like a full coverage matte smoky look. Haven't done one of these in a very long time, so if you guys like get ready with me's and enjoy just hanging out, chilling with me, then be sure to give this video a thumbs up so I know, and don't forget to subscribe before you leave because I do upload every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Alright, so first things first, my hair's kind of back already. Kind of make sure it's back there. This shirt's a little big on me. So in this video, I'm gonna be walking you through how I get a full coverage matte smoky look, and it's pretty much my go-to. And I don't know, I saw some pictures on Pinterest and Instagram and I was like, I feel inspired. So that's why I'm sitting down and doing this video right now, because I was like, I miss that kind of look that's more of a fall look, but can definitely be worn in this time of year too. So first I'm going to be taking my Dermablend Poresaver Matte Makeup Primer. A little goes a very long way, by the way, but I'm going to start it in my T-zone and then span it out and use the remainder of it towards the outer parts of my face. So I've been reading this audiobook all day, so I feel like pretty relaxed. I feel like when you read audiobooks, you very much like put in your headphones and you're just in a mode, right? You just walk, you get to like do things around the house, run any errands, clean, all of those things, organize, and so you kind of just get in this groove and then you're like, you know, kind of sucked into the story. And that's kind of how I feel like I've been all today. It's called The Silent Patient. I don't know if you guys have read it, but it's pretty popular. It's called The Silent Patient by Alex Michaelides, but that's the cover. I have 2 hours and 6 minutes left, so I am like most of the way through this book. So I cannot wait to hear what happens. Anyway, I got my little AirPods if I wanna, you know, put them in while I'm doing my makeup here. If you guys do listen to audiobooks, what are some of your favorite books to listen to? Because I feel like I get through them so much faster than when I have to sit down and read it. So I'm definitely curious, and I would be open to, you know, buying more books on audiobook. And I listened to all the Harry Potters on audiobook, and he's British, like the narrator is British, and it was a good time. For foundation, I'm gonna go in with the Kokie Full Cover Foundation. It's a really good one for oily skin. It is full coverage, it lasts a long time. I also just love how like it's full coverage, but it does look very natural on the skin. So I feel like I go back and forth between books that are in paper versus a Kindle book versus an audiobook. There's just so many different ways to either listen or read a book now. I haven't worn this foundation in a hot minute just because it is more full coverage and it's pretty matte. So I don't know, I've been going more towards foundations that are a little bit more lighter in coverage, especially for this time of year. This foundation is more of my winter shade, so I'm gonna have to darken it up with some bronzer. Seems as though, like with my work situation and just everything going on in the world, I've been a lot more stressed lately, and so I feel like it's really showing in my skin with more breakouts than normal, because, you know, my skin's like, oh my god, we're stressed, let's freak out, you know, it's a freak out party. For concealer, I'm gonna take the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer. This is also pretty full coverage, pretty matte. You need the tiniest bit of this, like anything more than that is too much. All right, I'm gonna take my Kat Von D Lock It Translucent Setting Powder. Still kind of figuring out like what I think of this. I've had this forever, and I wouldn't say that it is amazing at keeping you matte, but it is one of my more mattifying powders. With this look, I'm going to set it down with some setting spray after, because I feel like when I'm going for a full matte type of look, I need some kind of spray to really lock it in and make it look more skin-like. I don't know, my skin may be becoming more combination rather than just super oily. I don't know. And I'm gonna take a little bit of that e.l.f. concealer, use it as an eyeshadow base. So when I'm filming this video, we are officially a little under a month between now and when we hike Half Dome. If you guys have been following along recently, we are gonna hike the Half Dome with my dad. Middle of July, and that's official now. They've opened Yosemite, they put the cables up, the whole thing. We're actually going. So this next month is pretty much going to be just straight on hiking. Sorry, my camera died, but this next month is just gonna be hiking, like every week, every weekend, the biggest hikes. To help bronze up the skin, I'm gonna take the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer in the shade medium to deep. Also, yeah, it seems like right here, my face looks dry. That is an odd feeling to have. I've never dealt with dry skin like this. I think this is a really good bronzer if you want a matte look and you're okay having it be a little bit more of an intense bronzer situation. Oh, I don't like how this looks under the eyes. I don't know. I also did like change my birth control recently, so I don't know if that is like changing my hormones, so I'm not as oily. I don't really know. Now that that's done, I want to test out this NARS Orgasm X cheek palette again. This I did a video on recently. There's a highlight and 2 blushes. So I think I'm gonna take this middle shade, which I think is the original Orgasm. And I'm gonna take that highlight in the palette. This is a gorgeous gold highlight, but it is intense, so you just gotta be a little careful with it. I would say this is like a good dupe for Anastasia's Amrezy highlight, but know that this is also like limited edition, so seems like neither of them are in stock all the time. I'm gonna take this down the center of my nose, tip of my nose, on the Cupid's bow. It's a really, really good cheek and like face palette. If you're needing a new one and wanna spend some dough, I really encourage you to get this before it's gone because it's really good. All right, skin is done. I think I'm going to do my eyebrows next. I'm gonna take my e.l.f. Ultra Precise Brow Pencil. This is my favorite brow pencil. Not even just like at the drugstore, but just it's my favorite brow pencil. I use this every day. Now I'm just taking my Milk Makeup Kush Brow Gel. This is a clear brow gel. Just setting down the brows so they don't fly away. Now we're getting to the fun part. Okay, we're gonna be playing around with a brown smoky eye. I'm kind of taking a combination between the Anastasia Soft Glam palette. This is my favorite palette, I think, ever. And the Lorac Pro Palette. I saw this and I was like, I haven't used that in a long time. But basically, I'm gonna be building up kind of these 4 shades right here. I may take the black in the Lorac Pro palette just because it's a good black, but I kind of want to start here, add a little bit of this, add a little bit of this, and then add this, and that's gonna be the look, okay? And like I said, we're going for a smoky look, so I think I'm going to add maybe a winged liner. We will see. I haven't done a winged liner I avoid it, so maybe a year, I don't know, 6 months. I avoid them because they are hard to do and I'd rather just not. So we'll see if this makes an appearance. Just gonna take this big fluffy brush, start out with the shade, let's go Orange Soda right here, just to lightly add this in the crease. I'm taking it a little higher too. I want to be able to see this orange shade a little bit above the darker shades. All right, I'm gonna take this next brush down. It's another just general, fluffy brush. And I'm gonna take the shade Burnt Orange. I'm gonna take that a little lower than the Orange Soda, but still in the crease. I do want this to be an all matte look. And I just feel like my makeup style has transitioned kind of out of using a black liner. It feels very harsh, and so most of the looks I do don't involve that. Now I'm gonna take the shade down. Let's go with Sienna, I guess. And I'm gonna take a denser brush. So maybe like this one. These are very pigmented shades. So I'm gonna take this on the very lower part. So I'm not really bringing this into my crease. Kind of taking it on my lid and meeting where we just put that other shade before this. All right, even smaller brush, maybe MAC 217. I'm gonna take the shade Rustic, we're kind of just going down the line here. I'm gonna take that more on my lid. I'm being pretty messy with this. I'm just kind of buffing it. Go back in with that original brush. All right, and I'm gonna take that same brush, go in with the shade Cypress Umber. It's like the darkest brown in the palette. That's not the black. I'm gonna start it very lightly, the outer corner. I'm putting the most of that Cypress Umber shade on the outer V area, and then I'm slowly dragging it in, kind of like that, I suppose. I'm not great at smoky eyes, you guys. I always feel like this eye does not get blended. Like, you see that line right there? What do I do about you? Even though I sit here and blend forever, I think that looks okay. Now, let's try out a little wing here. I know it's probably not gonna be perfect, but. And you know what? Maybe what I'll do is take my pointed like eyebrow pencil brush from Anastasia, take the black first. Let's try maybe an eyeshadowed black instead of a, like the Physicians Formula. I'm literally just picking up the black pigment, putting it at an angle, and then dragging it to make a little wing. This one looks good. This one, what is this one doing? The angle doesn't match, but that's okay. Actually using this, I do have some fallout, but using this brush, this is the Anastasia, I don't know, angled eyebrow brush that everyone loves. I used the black eyeshadow in the Lorac Pro Palette. It made a really nice sharp wing because it is just so thin and tiny, and it looks less harsh than if I went in with the Physicians Formula, like a liquid eyeliner. I really like it, and to be honest, this may be how I do a wing in the future, have it be a little bit more of a smoky, gradual type of thing rather than this harsh like cut line, because I can't do those. Okay, you guys, I really like how this wing turned out. That looks good. I was not anticipating that for having not done one in a long time. I'm gonna take my E15 flat definer brush from Sigma and go in with the shade Cypress Umber. It's the dark brown that's pretty much all over the lid. I'm going to take this and not bring it super far in, like about halfway underneath my lower lash line. Now I'm gonna take my pencil brush, going with the shade Rustic, which is a shade lighter, so we used this shade on the flat definer brush. I'm gonna take this shade and lightly buff out the brown. Now that pretty much the eyes are done, I'm gonna go ahead and apply my mascara. I'm gonna take the CoverGirl LashBlast Fusion. I'm going to apply the Maybelline Lasting Drama Waterproof Gel Pencil. This isn't the best black liner, but it's pretty good from the drugstore, and I have the shade Sleek Onyx. Before we get too far with the mascara, I do wanna apply my Urban Decay, what even is that? Urban Decay De-Slick. This tends to pull down my mascara, like it just makes my lashes fall, so I'm gonna do it before it's all set and stuff so I can still fix them after. I did apply some black eyeliner, but I think I wanna add maybe like even the black from the Lorac Pro Palette. I'm using the E15 brush. Just gonna go in, make it just a little bit more smoky where it matches the black eyeliner going on. So I don't know about you, but I do not like it when I can see like my skin in between the eyeshadow that's underneath my lower lash line and the actual eyeliner. So I'm just trying to add it as close as I can. Wow, feels kind of good to be doing a look this bold. All right, those are the eyes. I think I like how they turned out. They look pretty smoky and nice. So I'm going to go ahead and do lips now. I did pick a more neutral lip. So I'm gonna be taking a mix of these two. This is the Revlon Super Lustrous Matte. I've been loving these in the shade 003 Pick Me Up. It's a very nice nude. And then I'm gonna top it with this Roen Beauty Kiss My Liquid Lip Balm. If you guys saw that video, I kind of did a wear test and shared my thoughts, but I'm going to apply this on top of this lipstick just because I think this look needs more of a neutral type lip. Okay, now let's add the liquid lip balm on top. This is a gorgeous shade. It's in the shade Charlie. I've not yet worn this on top of a lipstick yet, so I'm curious to see how it does, but it feels really nice. I think it goes really well on top of the lip shade that I used. So here you go, guys. This is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this dramatic chill get ready with me. I really, really love the eyes. I have not done a smoky eye like this in such a long time. It feels good to be a little bit more bold and to play around with some makeup and techniques that I haven't really used or perfected. And so thank you guys for allowing me to practice some of that with you today. But if you guys enjoyed this video, let me know that down in the comments. I'd love doing these hangout kind of videos. If you want me to keep them coming, let me know that by commenting down below. If you have any upcoming video ideas, let me know that down in the comments as well. I'd love to test out if there's anything new that you want me to review. But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.